Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm pleased to be here today to talk about how to think like a QA officer. I'm Dr. S.K. Singh, and I'll be guiding you through this presentation. Today, we'll explore key concepts and mindset strategies that can help you excel in quality assurance roles. We'll cover essential skills, practical approaches, and how to develop a quality-centric perspective. Let's get started and make this session both informative and engaging. In pharmaceutical manufacturing, the QA mindset is all about building quality into our processes from the start, rather than relying on testing at the end. Guided by good manufacturing practices and regulatory requirements, QA helps ensure that our products are consistently safe, effective, and compliant. It's about focusing on prevention rather than correction, which means catching issues early and stopping problems before they happen. Process consistency and control are also key, making sure every step is standardized and reliable. Accurate documentation and maintaining data integrity are crucial because they provide the trust and traceability needed for quality assurance. Above all, patient safety is our top priority. Everything we do is centered around protecting and serving those who depend on our products. Thinking like a QA professional means continually checking that our processes are validated, controlled, and compliant. This ongoing vigilance helps us deliver reliable product quality with every batch. Remember, QA isn't just a function, it's a mindset. It's about compliance, consistency, and safeguarding patient and user safety. QA officers act as custodians of these quality systems, ensuring that quality is built into every stage of manufacturing. And the core principle we live by is simple but powerful. Quality is built into the process, not tested at the end. This approach ensures we're delivering the best possible products every time. Let's take a closer look at the core philosophy of QA thinking. First and foremost, we emphasize right first time, or RFT. This means aiming to get it right on the very first attempt, reducing errors and rework. Documentation plays a crucial role here. It's our evidence that processes were followed and standards met. If something isn't documented, it's as if it didn't happen, which underscores the importance of proper record keeping. We also believe that prevention is better than detection. Addressing issues early in the process helps us avoid costly corrections later. That's why the focus is on process control, not just product testing. Controlling the process ensures quality from the start. Now, moving on to the regulatory framework, which provides the standards we follow. This includes good manufacturing practices, or GMP, which govern how products are made, good laboratory practices, or GLP, which guide how we conduct testing, and good clinical practices, or GCP, which ensure the integrity of clinical trials. Additionally, ISO standards like ISO 9001 and ISO 13485 set international benchmarks for quality management systems. We also have to adhere to national regulations, such as Schedule M in some countries, or requirements from agencies like the FDA and EMA. All of these frameworks work together to ensure that our products are consistently produced and controlled, maintaining quality and safety throughout the process. Let's talk about quality risk-based thinking. First, we focus on identifying critical process parameters, or CPPs, which are the key factors that directly impact product quality. Once we've pinpointed those CPPs, we need to evaluate the risks associated with them. We do this by considering three main aspects: severity, which is how serious the impact could be if something goes wrong; probability, or how likely it is that a risk might occur; and detectability, meaning how easy it is to identify or catch a problem before it affects the product. By assessing these factors, we can prioritize which areas pose the highest risks. This helps us focus our audits and controls on the most critical points, ensuring we're effectively managing potential issues. Throughout this process, we apply the principles of quality risk management, or QRM, which provides a structured approach to making informed decisions and maintaining high-quality standards. Connecting all these points, the goal is to proactively identify and mitigate risks, ultimately supporting our overall commitment to quality and patient safety. Let's talk about the documentation mindset. Following the ALCOA Plus principles is essential to ensuring our records are trustworthy. Attributable means every entry should clearly indicate who made it and when. Legible is straightforward. If you can't read it, it doesn't count. Contemporaneous reminds us to record data at the moment it happens, maintaining accuracy. Original refers to keeping the initial data, not copies or later edits, to preserve authenticity. And accurate means the data must truly reflect what actually occurred, avoiding errors or misrepresentations. Maintaining proper documentation involves keeping up with standard operating procedures, or SOPs, which guide our processes consistently. Batch records are critical for tracking manufacturing details, and logbooks serve as ongoing records of activities and observations. Overall, proper documentation isn't just about compliance, it's about ensuring traceability. When records are clear and complete, they allow us to trace back through the process if needed, which is vital for quality assurance and regulatory adherence. Remember, good documentation is foundational to trustworthy and compliant operations. Now, let's explore the concept of process-oriented thinking. When it comes to quality assurance, or QA, the main focus is on validating the process itself and ensuring that it remains consistent over time. This approach helps us maintain high standards and reduce variability. There are several key stages in this validation process. First, we have IQ, or installation qualification, which confirms that all equipment and systems are installed correctly. Then, we move on to OQ, or operational qualification, where we verify that the equipment operates as intended under real-world conditions. Finally, PQ, or performance qualification, tests whether the process consistently produces the desired results in the actual production environment. The goal of these stages is to ensure reproducibility, meaning we can reliably replicate results, and reliability, so that our processes perform consistently over time. By focusing on these validation stages, we strengthen the overall quality framework and support continuous improvement. This process-oriented thinking is essential for building confidence in our systems and ensuring we meet regulatory and quality standards. When we encounter a deviation, it's crucial that we handle it systematically. Every deviation must be reported promptly so we are aware of the issue. Then, it needs to be thoroughly investigated to understand what went wrong. Documentation is key. Accurately recording what happened helps us track patterns and supports our continuous improvement efforts. We also use root cause analysis, or RCA, to dig deeper into the underlying causes rather than just addressing surface problems. It's important to avoid blame during this process. Our focus should be on improving the system, not pointing fingers. This approach fosters a culture of learning and proactive problem-solving. Once we've identified the root cause, implementing corrective and preventive actions, or CAPA, is essential. CAPA helps us fix the current issue and prevent it from happening again in the future. Now, shifting to compliance and audit readiness, it's a constant state of being prepared. Always be inspection ready. This means maintaining standards consistently, not just before an audit. Internal audits play a vital role here. They help us identify gaps and ensure we're meeting all regulatory and quality requirements. Our QA team is responsible for planning audits, executing them effectively, and following up on CAPA implementations. Think about it. What would an auditor ask? Preparing with that mindset ensures we're thorough and confident during inspections. Overall, these practices help us maintain high standards, stay compliant, and continuously improve our processes. Now, let's talk about data integrity and ethics. It's essential that we ensure there is no data manipulation and that all data is recorded accurately. Following data integrity principles isn't just a guideline, it's a fundamental part of maintaining trust and credibility. We have an ethical responsibility to protect patient safety and uphold our company's reputation. Moving on to change control mindset, it's crucial that no change is made without proper risk assessment, impact analysis, and approval. This structured approach helps us prevent unintended consequences that could compromise our data or processes. Remember, QA plays a vital role here by ensuring all changes are controlled and well documented. This not only keeps us compliant, but also safeguards the integrity of our work. Overall, these practices help us stay aligned with our commitment to quality and ethics throughout the entire process. Let's talk about the key skills that a QA officer needs to be effective. First, attention to detail is absolutely crucial. Catching those small errors can make a big difference in quality. Critical thinking is also essential, as it helps you analyze situations objectively and make well-informed decisions. Regulatory knowledge is another key skill. Understanding the rules and standards ensures that processes stay compliant and inspections go smoothly. Communication skills are vital, because you need to convey complex information clearly to different teams. Decision-making ability is also important, especially when quick, confident choices are needed to keep processes on track. Strong documentation discipline helps maintain accurate records, which are fundamental for compliance and continuous improvement. Speaking of improvement, a continuous improvement mindset drives everything we do, always looking for ways to enhance quality and efficiency. Now, how does this all tie into our QA drives? Well, QA is responsible for implementing CAPA, or corrective and preventive actions, to address issues proactively. Trending analysis helps us identify patterns over time, enabling us to tackle root causes early. Process optimization is about refining our workflows for better quality and efficiency. And to support all these efforts, we leverage tools like Six Sigma and Lean methodologies. These tools help us reduce variability and eliminate waste, pushing us toward our ultimate goal: zero defects and continuous compliance. In essence, the combination of these skills, drives, and tools forms the backbone of a successful QA function, ensuring we deliver the highest quality products while maintaining regulatory standards. Let's wrap up with the conclusion. A QA mindset is really about combining compliance, risk awareness, and integrity into everything we do. Think of it as a way of approaching work that ensures quality is built into every step. When I say think like QA, I mean question everything. Never take things at face value. Always trust the data, not just assumptions, because data is our best guide to making informed decisions. And most importantly, focus on prevention. Address issues before they become problems. Remember, quality isn't just the responsibility of a single team. It's everyone's job. But QA plays a crucial role in making sure that everyone is aligned and maintaining high standards. And as a final thought, I like to emphasize that quality is everyone's responsibility, but QA ensures it. So, keep these principles in mind as we continue to uphold the highest standards in our work. For further support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help with any questions or additional information you might need. Feel free to contact us through the channels provided. And with that, I want to sincerely thank you all for your time and attention today. Your engagement is truly appreciated, and I hope you found this presentation valuable. Remember, we're always here to support your continued success. Thank you again.